Hello everybody, this is your captain speaking, and today we'll be continuing through Pokemon Mystery Dungeon DX. When we last left off, we freed up our boys Magnemite, and today we'll be continuing through and seeing what rescues we have in store for us today. We were told in the last episode, right after that crazy dream we had, to check the mailbox, so let's do just that. Nick checked the mailbox. But there is no mail seeking help from the rescue team. Here comes Cubone. Good morning, Nick. Aren't you up early? Oh, so you checked the mailbox. So, were there any rescue requests? No. Huh? There's nothing? I suppose that makes sense. We've only just started after all. Well, too bad. Want to go to Pokemon Square? I think if we go to Pelipper's post office, there'll be jobs posted. Pokemon Square is over this way. Let's go. And just like that, we are actually going to be able to explore the main hub city of this game. This is Pokemon Square. There is a lot going on here and a lot to do in this town. That's the Kecleon shop. You can buy and sell items here. There's something I want to talk about with the Kecleon shop, but we'll go over that later. This is Felicity Bank. You can save your money here. This is Gulpin's link shop. Gulpin can link moves for you. Huh? What's linking? Well, if you link moves, you can use them together at the same time. I think you should ask Gulpin if you want to know more. This is Kecleon. This is Kangaskhan's storage. If you store items here, they'll be safe. You should store important items here before you go out on a dungeon. This is also much like the PC item storage in mainstream Pokemon games. And over there is the Makuhita Dojo. Right here, you can see our fun friend. At the dojo, you can learn or get training on various maneuvers used in dungeons. What do you think? The businesses here help us out. Oh, and there's also the Pelipper post office. That's up past here. I think we can get some information on rescue jobs. First, let's go to the Pelipper post office. Your partner will tell you all kinds of things. When you're not sure where to go, just ask your partner. And yes, we can do just that. We can actually talk to our partner. Look, Nick, the Pelipper post office. Off to the Pelipper post office we go. And we can talk to all the Pokemon here. So what I wanted to talk about, so Kecleon Shiny isn't purple. It'll be posted right above me. It's not purple. However, this is supposed to be the design for a shiny Kecleon. So why did they go with this and not with the purple? The purple looks way better than the original shiny, but neither here nor there. You can also dash in the overworld, which is what this is. So you can dash and run around like a crackhead. It looks like there's another shop here, but that's not open and there's no one even there. So that building, it's the Pelipper post office. And that is for sure where the home of Pelipper is. They're just coming and going. This is where information is gathered from Pokemon needing rescue. See? Have a look at this bulletin board. It lists rescue jobs. Check it out. So we're going to look at the bulletin board. And right here, we can see that there are 4 missions, all of them being F. However, I'm going to take all of them. And you can see, obviously, the location. This one is in Tiny Woods. This one is in Thunderwave Cave. Thunderwave Cave, Thunderwave Cave. And you can even see what the point of the mission is, as well as the reward. All of these are very helpful because later on in the game, as you rank up, you don't want to take on the lower class missions, so to say. So this will kind of help. Be like, oh, I have to do this for story progression. I might as well pick up some items here. Or depending on where you are in the story, you may need to just run around and do a couple of days worth of jobs. So I would stack up personally on jobs of which are in the same area. So the goals are really good, and also being able to see the rewards are really nice. Like this one's a calcium, this one's a perfect apple, a detect band, as well as a bronze dojo ticket, which we will go into later. So obviously accepting all those jobs, that'll help us out. See, there were jobs listed, right? To do a rescue job, choose a job, and then go to the dungeon that's indicated. You can go to the dungeons by taking the path near the base. Right through there, all we have to do is walk forward. Since we're just starting up, we should handle the jobs that are posted here. Our team name will get better known by doing that. I think that will bring job offers to our mailbox. So the Pelipper Post Office is where you will receive about 90% of your missions. I would say about 7% are story-driven missions, and about 3% are actually going to be sent through the mailbox. So check this all the time. I would say anytime you finish a mission at the start of a new day in the game, I would check the Pelipper Post Office, because maybe you only have one at Tiny Woods like I did, but tomorrow you could have 2 or 3 that are needed in Tiny Woods, thus making it a little bit more acceptable to go there. So just something to keep in mind as we run through the town here real quick. I want to see what the purple Kecleon has. Welcome to Kecleon Wares, where you can find TMs. Ah, very well. Do examine my merchandise. I've chosen it with pride. When a TM is sparkly, it means one of your teammates can learn the move from that TM. You can check which teammate by pressing plus. So we have Dragonclaw, Earthquake, Psychic, Shadowclaw, Gyroball, Bulldoze, and Brutal Swing. Brutal Swing has obviously already been learned by our Cubone. I would love to have that Earthquake TM. So let's see what items I could possibly sell. So nothing would give us enough money, so I'm going to hold off on that purchase for now. I want to speak to the other Kecleon. Hello. Yoo-hoo. Hello. Welcome to the Kecleon shop. Take all the time you take. Right here, he has Graveler Rocks, Max Ethers, Max Elixirs, an Oranberry, and 2 items we haven't seen before, even though they're the same item. The One-Shot Orb. Using it defeats all enemies in the same room in a single shot. Sometimes it misses, but using it in a monster house is really powerful. I'm going to buy one of these. We haven't seen a monster house, and we really probably won't for a minute, like for a while. You can head to dungeons from that road. So I just think picking it up could be helpful, because I believe that monster houses are random after a certain point, but we shouldn't run into anything prior to that point. But just in case. So let's get past that text because I was kind of over it. Tiny Woods right here has sparkles. Only has one mission, but it has sparkles, and it has an upped items. So generally I like doing these because you can get it has a lot more items, a lot more money, a lot more everything, which is what that treasure chest green arrow thing means. So let's actually go through Tiny Woods. Tiny Woods B1F. So yeah, right here we picked up 20 monies. I'm just gonna kind of run through this. Picked up 50 money and an item. As you saw, the I have no idea. My train of thought is totally gone. Anyways, it was gone because of this treasure box. This is a treasure box. If you bring a treasure box back from a dungeon, it will open. What it contains will be a mystery until it opens. You cannot leave a treasure box in storage. So exactly what they say, those treasure boxes are very important and beneficial to receiving items once you're finished with the dungeon. Tiny Woods BF2. The message at the bottom right of the screen will tell you what's happening in the dungeon. If you want to check past messages, go to the message log from others in the X menu. You're right on the floor where Plusle is. So right here, this is where we want it to be. We can see that our partner picked up some cash for us. This is what happens when a move grows. Your moves sometimes power up as you use them. A move's gauge changes from 1 to 1 to 1 to 1. When it's full, the move will power up, increasing the power, accuracy, and PP. The amount a move grows is shared by your team. So if your whole team uses the same moves, that move's growth will be faster. So just kind of showing what that means. So right here, we can see that Headbutt has 0, Bone Club has 1, and Brutal Swing has actually reached to the top, so it is completely blue underneath the 1. That showcases that move, after 1 or 2 more uses, will be at level 2. Very good stuff. We enjoy seeing that here. Obviously, the main character that you use, which will probably most likely be your own, will probably have a little bit more wide set of moves that will be useful. And obviously, being able to turn on and off your partner's moves will basically decide what moves you want them to use at any given moment. However, I am missing the elephant in the room here, staring at it literally. Let's talk to the Plusle. Yay, you found the Plusle you were looking for. Job completed. Love that chime. Thank you. Please come see me at Pelipper's post office later. Nick held up the rescue team badge. Plusle gained magical power. Plusle left the dungeon. Would you also like to leave the dungeon? Yeah, unfortunately, this dungeon is not very deep, and I feel like we kind of got all the items that we needed from it, so we've completed Tiny Woods successfully. From our wonderful golden red chest, because as you can see up top, right there, way up there, there are 2 kinds of chests. There's the red one and the blue one. The red one generally has much better items. Obviously the silver dojo ticket, as well as some TMs. The blue one kind of just contains some basic items that you can find in the dungeon, but not all the time. Both are very helpful, and I would recommend always having as many of these as you find in the dungeon to exit with. I would drop items. I would use items even if they don't seem necessary. I would take treasure chests over regular everyday items any day of the week, but that's just me personally. However, so we did get the silver dojo ticket, and the items we received have went into storage. We can grab all of those items that we received from the treasure chest at the Kangaskhan storage. Thank you for rescuing me. This is your reward. So we got 1 calcium and 1 frickle specs and 100 Poke. The items you received have been sent to storage. So the same thing, anything from the missions that the Pokemon themselves give us to the treasure chests that we find inside of the dungeons will be sent straight to Kangaskhan. Didn't we do good today? Let's call it a night and get some rest. Okay, see you tomorrow. The next morning. So we wake up, no crazy dream this time, with some mail chilling in our mailbox, and here's our good old friend Savvy. Good morning, Nick. Let's do our best. There's a crazy earthquake, huh? What's going on? Tunnel over here, tunnel over there. Tunnels everywhere. Woo woo, digging is so much fun. Where am I? Hey, what's going on? Oh, my apologies. My name is Diglett. I was having a blast digging tunnels in front of Pelipper's post office, so much that I just kept digging and ended up here. I'm sorry I ruined your nice place. Haha, don't worry about it. It's just a hole. Are you saying you will forgive me? Too many holes might annoy others, so don't dig too many. Of course, thank you. From now on, I'll have fun digging, but I'll also make sure to patch up the holes from time to time. Goodbye. And there's our good old friend Pelipper. Hey, we were just talking about you. Okay, I don't know if anyone else has these kind of things, but like when you talk about someone and then like give it 5-10 seconds right after that conversation is ended, that person like texts you, FaceTimes you, hits you up, and you're like, wow, literally speaking of the devil. Like I was just talking mad shit about you. Anyways, let's check the mail. Welcome to the rescue team. To new members, your badge has the power to send back to town any Pokemon you've rescued. Just hold the badge up and it does the rest. By advancing through your adventure, you will be rewarded point to raise your team's rank. Aim for bronze for now. Pokemon organization. Train at Makuhita Dojo. If you have dojo tickets, you can train at the Makuhita Dojo. At the Makuhita Dojo, your moves grow more than they do in dungeons, especially if you keep hitting the foe with super effective moves. You can expect to grow a lot. You can learn the controls at the dojo for free. Check out the Makuhita Dojo. Wow, the letter contained 2 bronze dojo tickets. And number 2, rescue team basics. Read the Pokemon news. If you do not read the Pokemon news, your mailbox will be full and you won't get the latest issue of the news or any job mail. Sometimes Pokemon news comes with gifts, so make sure to read it often. Your mailbox is now empty. Alright, so we have this new tunnel that was dug for us, and it actually will bring us right to Pelipper Post Office. So this is kind of what I was saying. If I wouldn't have taken that job yesterday for the Tiny Woods, I would have gotten 2 today. Well, I had 2 in total instead of just the one that I have. So I could have taken the tunnel again. However, we're just going to sprint through Town Square. And this time, Thunderwave Cave is actually the one with the boosted money. So, let's run through this very fast. Most of our people that we need to find are roughly halfway through the dungeon. So, we shouldn't have too much to worry about. We picked up 24 Poke. Brutal Swing. And because of our dear friend and his Lightning Rod ability, because Pokemon abilities do matter in this game, the Thunder Shock that would have hit Mudkip actually goes towards Cubone. Another reason why I wanted to pick Cubone as a party member. The Lightning Rod ability, which I was very lucky to get, comes in very, very clutch. It's unique. Out of all the Pokemon that we could have picked, there's not really one that's like that. So, right here, there's just a basic Rattata. It's super, super easy. And we will continue moving forward into bottom floor 2. We arrived on the floor where Voltorb is. Now make sure, as you're going through this, that you remember what is needed and what isn't needed so that you can walk through and have a much simpler time. If you only grabbed one person's job in a dungeon, then once you pick that person up, it's game over. You can just leave the dungeon. If you have multiple, make sure that when it asks you if you want to leave, you don't. And I'll make sure to point out where that is. However, you can set stones or spikes to throw, opening the X menu and go into your toolbox and select the item. Then ZL plus ZR, register it. You'll be able to throw the item by pressing ZL and RZ at the same time, and your teammates will be able to throw the item as well. So I am personally not the world's biggest fan of items like that. I'm not sure why. I've never been a big throwing item fan. Mainly because that's all your partner does and it's just super annoying. Yay, you found the Voltorb you were looking for. It does a backflip. Wow, that was impressive. Job completed. Thank you. Please come and see me at the Pelipper Post Office. Nick held up the rescue team badge. Voltorb gained a magical power. Voltorb left the dungeon. There is a rescue beyond this point, but would you like to escape the dungeon? Right here, it's going to ask you no or yes. It's going to default to no because you do not want to leave the dungeon. You're going to want to continue going forward because you have more rescues to do. It's a very good portion of the game that makes sure that there isn't a accidental mishap here. So it's always beneficial to make sure that you remember if you go into a dungeon, at which point did you go in and how many rescues do you have in said dungeon. Oh god. I am loving Cubone because literally his lightning rod ability and being ground type is just a KO. And Savvy got a level up. Like I said, the not very good level ups. So there are better ways to level up, and we'll be getting into those probably here in the near future. I wouldn't say we're too far from being able to discuss that, but just far enough. Probably in episode 3, to be completely honest. Yay, you found the Rattata you were looking for. Job completed. Thank you. Please come see me at the Pelipper Post Office later. Nick held up the rescue team badge. Rattata gained a magical power. Rattata left the dungeon. There was a request beyond this point, but would you like to escape from the dungeon? Absolutely not. So from here, obviously, there is only one true place to go. And that would be back through the stairs. I'm going to destroy that Voltorb and make our way right here to Thunderwave Cave BF4. Our homie is right next to us. However, we do have a Voltorb. Voltorb isn't too much of a challenge. However, yeah. Cubone makes very quick work of electric type enemies. Yeah, you found the execute you were looking for. Job completed. I don't know why I really enjoy saying that. Thank you. Please come see me at Pelipper Post Office later. Nick held up the rescue team badge. Execute gained a magical power. Execute left the dungeon. Would you like to exit the dungeon now? So right there, I could have very easily said yes, I would like to exit the dungeon, and it would have taken me right out. No questions asked. The main reason why I didn't want to do that is because of the money. So there's a way, I'm trying to remember how, I haven't played this game in a little bit, but there is a way to actually make sure that I can like always stare at my opponent without having to move, but I'll probably figure it out while not in recording. However, I gained a level up. My HP went up by 1, my attack went up by 2, defense went up by 2, special attack went up by 2, special defense went up by 2, and speed went up by 1. Yay, I leveled up. So right here, we can see that there are no more enemies, there is no items here, so we can go down the dungeon. There's no request left for the dungeon. Would you like to escape from the dungeon now? Yes. So say you're in a dungeon just like I was and you wanted to go through and collect the items on that specific floor. Even though your rescues were done, you have nothing further. You don't need to really beat the dungeon again, i.e. just like how I am here. Once you hit the staircase, you can escape from the dungeon. It's a very helpful and useful tool because some of the items could be rare, could be unique. So I always like to collect the items from the dungeon after I have completed my assignments. However, we have successfully completed a job at Thunderwave Cave. Thank you for rescuing me. This is your reward. We got 2 perfect apples and 100 Poké. The items you received have went into storage. Thank you for rescuing me. This is your reward. We got a detect band and a PP up drink, also with 100 Poké. Thank you for rescuing me. This is your reward. We got 1 bronze dojo ticket and 100 Poké. Didn't we do good today? Let's call it a night and get some rest. Okay, see you tomorrow. Again? Am I dreaming again? It's that Pokemon again. Huh? They're talking to me. I can't hear them clearly. What are they saying? It's shaking. It's shaking. An earthquake? Whoa, it's getting worse. For a dream, this feels strangely real, but... The next morning. Hello? Hello, are you Nick? Aren't you? Oh, you can't see us, of course. How very rude of us. We're pleased to meet you. We are Dugtrio. Last night, during the earthquake, our child Diglett was attacked. What? Diglett? He was whisked away to the peak of a tall mountain. We couldn't possibly climb somewhere so high. That is why we must call upon you for your help, Nick. Diglett was abducted by a Pokemon named Skarmory. It's a vile, vicious ruffian. Please do be careful. Please, we need your help. You must go. That was so sudden, but there's no time to even say no. But I am concerned to hear that Diglett has been kidnapped. It's too bad. I'd better go. Yes, we better go. Guys, this has been a fantastic trip. We have completed yet another set of job requests from Pelipper's Post Office. In the next episode, we'll be figuring out what Dugtrio needs from us and going and seeing our good friend Diglett and rescuing him from this ruffian Skarmory that we have heard so very little about. But in the meantime, this is your captain signing off. I hope you guys have a fantastic weekend, and I will catch you guys next time. Peace. Traffic into bike guys on a Harley. He always with the nice guys, want no poly, want no pray for me.